everyone. Today's date is August 22nd and time in India is 8:38 a.m. I'll just go through some news here. Terror activities increased in Jammu post Article 370 abrogation in August 2019. Post Article 370 abrogation in August 2019, the Jammu region has witnessed an increase in terror activities with certain security indicators, including recruitment of terrorists, showing an upward trend over the past nearly 4 years. Arrest of 231 terrorists and their underground workers (OGWs) between August 5th, 2019 to June 16, 2023 is in the stepped up counter-insurgency operations in the Jammu division was 71% more than such arrests recorded between October 2015 and August 2019. The central government abrogated on August 5th, 2019 and bifurcated the erstwhile state into union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Delhi LG's approval to use Gujarat preventive detention law raises alarms in unchecked state power. This law grants the police the power to detain individuals for extended periods without trial and even before any actual offense is committed. अभी ये दिल्ली में काम चल रही है जहाँ पे police can arrest anyone without even actually there is a trial and there was an offense even committed. वो है situation. Never worked with me as OSD. Delhi Minister Atishian, government official arrested for raping minor. Aam Aadmi Party members campaign in parks and public places of Jaipur city. Jaipur के अंदर आम आदमी पार्टी का डोर टू डोर कैंपेनिंग जोर शोर से चल रहा है. वहां पे Aam Aadmi Party leader Poonam Chand Bhandari, along with many other party members, campaigned in the city park located in Manasarovar area and appealed to people to vote for Aam Aadmi Party in coming elections. We will join the India bloc meeting in Mumbai on August 31st. Arvind Kejriwal ने बोला है. उत्तर प्रदेश में demand for immediate arrest of 2 BJP leaders including UP Minister of State in the rape case in Meerut. मीरठ के अगेंस्ट मीरठ में एक यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ यूपी मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट के अगेंस्ट में 2 बीजेपी लीडर्स के अगेंस्ट में एक धरना किया था आम आदमी पार्टी ने. All temporary employees of MCD will be regularized, says CM Arvind Kejriwal. The CM handed over appointment letters to 370 newly regularized employees. Over 38% of the Gujarat population are undernourished. Niti Aayog ने बोला है. Nearly half of the rural population is deprived of nutrition, according to the government think tank's National Multidimensional Poverty Index. 38.09% of the population of the Gujarat are deprived of nutrition, 44.45% in rural areas, and 28.97% in urban areas. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud on Monday said some parts of the draft Standing Operating Procedure (SOP) prepared by the Center to tailor judicial conduct in government-related cases read as if the Center wants to dictate the exercise of judicial review by the courts. CJI says some parts of the draft SOP on judicial conduct in government cases read as if Center wants to chaperone the judicial review. कोर्ट कैसा करेगी वो भी उस एसओपी में लिखा हुआ. CM Kejriwal orders suspension of Delhi government officer booked for raping friend's minor's daughter. Asked the chief secretary to submit the report in the matter by 5 p.m. उस बंदे को the behavior suspend किया था chief secretary ने by the end of the day. The behavior of the bureaucrat totally depends on one most important criteria: under whose control he or she works. Delhi's newly recruited women bus drivers के बारे में जर्मनी की वेबसाइट dw.com ने लिखा है कि this actually improves the empowerment of the women in Delhi. ऐसे उसके बारे में लिखा है. Gujarat Women and Child Development Ministry informed the State Assembly this March that 1,25,707 children are malnourished in 30 districts of the state as on December 21, 2022, of which 1,01,586 are underweight and 24,121 are severely underweight. DCP SI, Delhi Police का DCP and SI are forced to pay bribe for promotion. Alleges SI. Delhi Police Inspector has alleged that Delhi Police DCP and Sub Inspector forced him to pay a bribe of rupees 5 lakh perpetrated in exchange for favorable treatment regarding his promotion. Delhi Police Inspector Ajay Gupta, who made these serious allegations against the DCP and junior officer, is currently posted with the 5th Battalion. आम आदमी पार्टी को एक नया मेयर मिला है मोगा, पंजाब में मोगा के नए मेयर बने बलजीत सिंह छानी, आम आदमी पार्टी की सीट से जीते चुनाव. An internal survey of the National Party, Aam Aadmi Party says Aam Aadmi Party will become a kingmaker in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and will have a good entry into Rajasthan. Madhya Pradesh with 33 seats, with 13% vote share, mostly from Malwa and Vindhya region. Chhattisgarh में 21 seats with 19% vote share. Rajasthan 11 seats with 9% vote share, mostly from the region of Rajasthan bordering Delhi, Punjab and Gujarat. कैबिनेट मंत्री ब्रह्मशंकर जिम्पा के नेतृत्व में दोभा की सियासत में आम आदमी पार्टी ने पेश किया दावा. Women in IT more than doubled to 20 lakh in a decade, make up 36% of the workforce now. Assam seeks suggestions on proposed law to ban polygamy. Supreme Court says will frame SOPs to curb irrational summons to babus. Deploy special security force in Ayodhya within a month. UP CM Yogi Adityanath ने बोला है. Yogi Adityanath has given instructions to beautify the entire city of Ayodhya and ensure full proof security. आपको याद होगा वहां पे अयोध्या में बिफोर द इलेक्शंस प्रधानमंत्री एक वीक के लिए अयोध्या में पूरा भाषण करेंगे. ही इज गोइंग टू फोटो ऑपरेशंस करेंगे, पूरा देश में चिपकाएंगे. Angry over an interfaith affair, neighbors kill man's parents in UP. A 55-year-old man and his wife were brutally beaten to death with iron rods and sticks, allegedly by their neighbors in Sitapur, Sargaon. Information एक लाइस जो बहुत फैल रहा है. Delhi Commission for Women Chairman is appointed by Delhi government elected. Women and Child Development Department, ये this is appointed by LG Services Sector. LG के पास है अभी भी. The alleged rapist official was from WCD, that is Women and Child Development Department है, वो DCW का है. Action should be taken by LG Services and Delhi Police है. इसके अंदर एक फेक न्यूज है ये, तो ध्यान से सुनिए. Fed up with government apathy, Bengaluru techie takes 2.7 lakh loan to fit potholes in Bengaluru. NHRC notices to the Delhi Chief Secretary and Police Commissioner over the reported hospitalization of a student after a severe beating by his student in government school. National Human Rights Commission ने बोला है. Amit Shah sets target of 150 seats, ask leaders to bury differences 20 feet under. India Inc. plans to press the pedal on capital expenditure. CEO पोल में बोल रही हैं. Capital goods companies hits generation gap speed bump with skilled labor. Allow prescribing both generic and brand names. Pharma lobby doctors to government. Soaring onion prices in India may hurt PM Modi more than the tomatoes. आपको पता होगा PM Modi is now in Johannesburg. वो वहां पे सिक्योरिटी, इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी, देश की ट्रेड, उन सभी चीजों के बारे में डिस्कशन करेंगे प्रधानमंत्री is going to talk about सिक्योरिटी इंटरेस्ट, टेररिज्म, डेमोक्रेसी को कैसे बढ़ाए और फिर कोऑपरेशन बिटवीन द कंट्रीज को कैसे बढ़ाए, इन सब चीजों के बारे में ही इज गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इट. डेमोक्रेसी को कैसे बढ़ाए प्रधानमंत्री बात करेंगे. Together on stage, first time after split, Ajit Pawar refrains from greeting Uncle Sharad Pawar. PM Modi's Pune visit needed in Manipur, not here. Protested opposition bloc India. Rain and shine push India's power demand to record high in August. Onion traders seek floor price for export duty. India to begin. Seventh census result awaited, but work to begin on 8th census. India to begin work on 8th economic census to get an updated account of formal and informal establishments across the country, which also helps prepare national accounts. This is given as the results of the 7th census is not yet available. गवर्नमेंट ने अभी तक 7th census किया नहीं था, अभी 8th census के लिए प्रिपरेशन शुरू कर दिया. Income Tax Department notifies rules for valuing rent-free accommodation provided by employers. Center plans 12,000 crore Brahmani The center is planning 12,000 crore inland waterway on the Brahmani river in Odisha to move goods from 4 industrial clusters to the ports of Paradip and Dhamra. Under the proposed plan, the infrastructure component will be done by the government on an engineering, procurement and construction EPC model. एबीजी शिपयार्ड, आपको याद होगा 22,000 करोड़ का एबीजी शिपयार्ड का गुजरात का एक केस था, करप्शन केस का। आपको सुन के बहुत खुशी होगी, उसके सभी लोगों को सुप्रीम हाई कोर्ट ने इंटरिम रिलीफ दे दिया, सबके सब बेल पे बाहर आ गए हैं। Bombay High Court has granted interim relief to all the people who are associated with ABG Shipyard Group against the eviction notices issued by the ED. ED ने उनको बेल देने में को they did not say no for it. They said these are all very good people, they should be left outside, directing them to evict their residential premises in relation to the money laundering case registered against ABG Shipyard Limited. Okay, फिर Adani has hiked stake in flagship firm Adani Enterprises 67.65% से 69.89% तक ये बढ़ गया है। 7,500 crore opportunity India is sitting on, despite 78% of the top 100 companies acknowledging their employees' participation in voluntary initiatives. Fewer initiatives are offered in India compared to the US. Only 22% of Indian firms offer volunteering time off compared to 66% of US firms, and just 7% of Indian firms provide volunteering matching grants compared to 40% of the Fortune 500. Delhi ki electric vehicle policy 2.0 is now stuck in files following the termination of services of advisors, consultants and fellows in transport department, according to a report. The previous EV policy expired on August 8, leading to Delhi government to extend the EV policy 2020 until the new one is finalized. The transport department and the electric vehicle cell also held a stakeholder consultation in May as part of the process of drafting a new revised. Meanwhile, Delhi Transport Minister expressed concern over the loss of these experts, noting their involvement in refining policies through feedback analysis and formulation. Now that these people have been asked to go by the LG department, it is a loss of the people of Delhi. They were in the process of examining the feedback that was being received and given shapes of the policies. The officials indicated that the absence of these specialists from the dedicated implementation body could delay the new policy for a few months. Nonetheless, consultations have shown consensus among stakeholders for enhanced incentives in upcoming policy. अभी यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने बोला है कि सभी डीजीपी यूपी की डीजीपी ने बोला है कि ऑल द ऑफिसर्स विल नाउ कीप टैब्स ऑफ मून फेजेस, माने मून फेसेस के हिसाब से वहां पे यूपी में Delhi, Uttar Pradesh Police Chief Vijay Kumar have asked the officers to follow the Panchang or the Hindu almanac for better policing. In a circular sent to all senior police officers on August 14, the DGP asked them to keep track of the waxing and waning phases of the moon, saying criminals are likely to be more active during the darker nights. The Kumar also advised people to be more cautious on such nights. He asked the officers to conduct policing on the basis of Chandrama ke Kaliyan, phases of the moon. The Hindu calendar is the easiest way to know the phases of the moon. Talking in detail 1.5 hour seminar किया था, जहां पे डीजीपी साहब ने सभी लोगों को वीडियो भी सर्कुलेट करने को बोला है कि this video should be circulated to all the nook and corner of Uttar Pradesh, and this video के हिसाब से सभी इस वीडियो के हिसाब से सभी यूपी इसका रिपोर्ट भी एवरी वीक ये रिपोर्ट आना चाहिए डीजीपी के ऑफिस में. Detailed report is necessary for the general public to know about the phases of the moon so that they too can take necessary precautions. भाई साहब ने ये भी लिखा है कि using the chart showing the time when the moon sets and rises on a given date, Mr. Kumar said that sometimes the night is partially dark, sometimes it is totally dark. The public should know so that they can be alert, and the public should also know so that they can be more alert at that time. Tomato inflation accelerated in 200% in July. Tamil Nadu, Andhra and Karnataka mostly hit. Now a row over Jadavpur University interim vice chancellor's BJP link. कोलकाता का कोलकाता में जादवपुर यूनिवर्सिटी में बीजेपी वाइस चांसलर इज ए बीजेपी कार्यकर्ता. Delhi to have one of the best global business districts in the world according to the Aerocity survey. My being a BJP academic cell member has nothing to do with my appointment of Jadavpur University acting vice chancellor Buddhadev Sau. I don't think this kind of discussion is at all healthy for an institution like Jadavpur University. Baisa bol rahe hain. In a significant shift, the center is contemplating substantial revamp of highway projects executing agencies, the NHAI. The proposed changes are set to reshape the operations of NHAI and NHIDCL, National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, rendering them more akin to public sector undertakings. अभी गवर्नमेंट इज थिंकिंग दैट NHIDCL को गवर्नमेंट ने इसको शेयर मार्केट में लेके आना चाहती है. The government officer said that it is important that NHAIs have a sense of ownership. Officials estimate that NHAI currently has 905 regular staff members. Among them, 258 hail from various state governments, public PWDs, and MES. India's electrifying shift in mobility, over 120% growth in EVs, hybrid vehicles surge 400%, it seems. 13 farm leaders in preventive custody in Punjab. They were actually asking about the flood relief. Flood relief के बारे में discussion है. उस discussion में people have been arrested, it seems. Unanimously elected panchayats to get 5 lakh special grant. Punjab CM ने बोला है. Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann orders immediate release of Anganwadi workers pending salary. Karnataka CID arrests two agriculture department officials for sending fake complaint against Minister of demanding bribes. Karnataka police have arrested two government officials for allegedly sending a fake letter to Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot against Agriculture Minister N. Cheluvaraya Swamy demanding bribes. The arrested Agriculture Department officials have been identified as Assistant Director Guru Prasad and Technical Assistant Sudarshan. They were arrested from KR Nagar in Mysuru on Sunday, 20th August. Siddaramaiah has ordered a probe into the allegation against Cheluvaraya Swamy. फिर इसके बाद of the two promises, 17 crore white elephant in Bengaluru and unaffordable bone marrow transplants leaving children to fate. गवर्नमेंट ओन किडवाई मेमोरियल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ऑन्कोलॉजी. मैंने पिछले बार बोला था कर्नाटका में ट्रांसप्लांटेशन इज ओनली हैपनिंग इन वन हॉस्पिटल इन होल ऑफ कर्नाटका, दैट इज किडवाई मेमोरियल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ऑन्कोलॉजी. सेटअप टू प्रोवाइड फ्री ट्रांसप्लांट मोस्टली रेफर्स पेशेंट्स टू प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल्स फॉर अनअफोर्डेबल ट्रीटमेंट. इसके बारे में मैंने पहले बोल दिया था. इसमें भी रिलीजन को देखा जा रहा है. Only Hindus are first given priority. Muslims are given second priority in this institute also. Visibly fatigued and weak, 6-year-old Fatima walked along clasping Mobina, her mother's hand. The fragile ghost's tight grip reflected her firm belief that her mother would not let her go despite broken promises. The hope has now become a flicker waiting to fade away, threatening to alter their lives. The young mother is in deep anguish but determined to save her child, who is suffering from thalassemia major. The mother's determination has made them tirelessly walk the corridors of Kidwai Memorial Institute of Oncology. Reality knows Mobina is hoping against hope. CBI, Supreme Court asked CBI if there is a common thread connects murders of Dabolkar, Pansare, Lankesh and Kalburgi. Manipur Assembly session, despite cabinet recommendation, Manipur Assembly session has been not held because the governor has vetoed that. The governor said that to have a session now in Manipur would be a grave tragedy. Supreme Court to pass orders to facilitate functioning of expert panel. The expert panel has said that more compensation has to be given to all the rape victims in Manipur. जो भी लोग अभी भी जिंदा है उनके बारे में. In Orissa, 9 Dalit Adivasi activists leading Niyamagiri protest booked and UIPA. In August 5th, when Krishna Sikaka and Bari Sikaka, the two Dalit Adivasi youth activists in Odisha associated with the Niyamagiri movement, went to mobilize residents in Kalahandi district, Lanjigarh town for a protest. Little did they know that their visit to their tiny populated town, 400 kilometers from Odisha's capital Bhubaneswar, will trigger a series of events culminating in the 9 activists being booked under stringent UAPA. A 3-member committee established to ensure justice for the victims of the conflict in Manipur has proposed an increase in compensation for those affected by violence. So गवर्नमेंट ने हाईली कंट्रोवर्शियल फॉरेस्ट कंजर्वेशन अमेंडमेंट बिल 2023 को एमिड ऑल द प्रोटेस्ट वॉइस वोट में उसको अप्रूव कर दिया पार्लियामेंट्री सेशन में। आपको पता होगा इसमें वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज ये है कि ये बोला गया कि इंडिया में फॉरेस्ट लैंड हैज एक्चुअली इंक्रीज। इसमें इसमें ये लिखा है ओवर 3 लाख हेक्टेयर्स ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट लैंड इज डाइवर्टेड फॉर नॉन फॉरेस्ट यूज इन द लास्ट 15 years. Approximately 1 million hectares of forest land diverted for non-forest use since 1980 with a view with a view to regulate the diversion of forest land and check for further deforestation. The government of India enacted the Forest Conservation Act 1980. The act put restrictions on the use of forest land for non-forest purposes. Prior to the enactment of the act, a total of 4.1 million hectares of forest land was diverted over a period of 25 years between 1951-1952 to 1975-1976 without undertaking any mitigative measures. For forest land diversion for non-forest use since enactment of the Forest Conservation Act 1980 अगर देखा जाए तो अभी slowly बढ़ रहा है। Punjab tops in forest land diversion for non-forest use in the last 15 years. पंजाब सबसे ज्यादा है, यहाँ पे 61,318 हेक्टर्स ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट लैंड हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड इनटू नॉन फॉरेस्ट। फिर इसके बाद मध्य प्रदेश 40,000, फिर इसके बाद उड़ीसा 28,000, फिर इसके बाद उत्तराखंड 14,000, फिर इसके बाद राजस्थान 12,000, गुजरात 16,000, मध्य प्रदेश 13,000, तेलंगाना 19,000, झारखंड 15,000, अरुणाचल प्रदेश 12,000। इसके बाद बाकी के स्टेट्स उत्तर प्रदेश, हरियाणा, ऑल ऑफ द अदर स्टेट्स आर प्रेटी मच नियर। इसमें फॉरेस्ट लैंड को नॉन फॉरेस्ट लैंड जब कर रहे थे उसमें कितने कितने यूजेस के बारे में अगर बोला जाए, इसमें अदर यूजेस के लिए 1,02,115 हेक्टर्स यूज किया गया, माइनिंग के लिए 58,000, रोड 45,000, इरिगेशन 36,000, ट्रांसमिशन 26,000, डिफेंस 24,000, हाइडल पावर प्लांट्स के लिए 13,000 यूज किया गया। हाँ, so these are some of the news which I have. आप में से किसी को भी कुछ बोलना है तो बोल सकते हैं। हाँ बोलो सोचो भाई, somebody, especially anybody wants to comment on Uttar Pradesh DGP's asking Moon to decide on policing. Anybody wants to say that? Okay, go ahead.